while since I did a video. Had a lot going on. So I thought I'd make a video of my shop. I'm gonna give you a shop tour of my whole shop with all my tools, what I use and how I use them. And I like to see other maker shops also. I just have the basic tools here because that's all I use, the basic tools. So I'm gonna give you a look around here and let you see everything. My building is 12 by 24 and I have benches built all around the whole outside of everything, and I explain to you what I do there and why I have it the way I have it. I have it, the Amish people built this building for me and I had it double walled and insulated, and of course there's electric in here. So I had them drop the ceiling so it's only 6 foot high to keep the heat in when it's cold up here. So let me shut the camera off here and I'll get you started and we'll let you have a look and see my space. Remember, it's not how big your shop is, but it's the desire to make the knife is what counts. Alright, here's a view from coming in my doorway of my shop. This is viewing from the front of the shop to the back of the shop. And on my right is where I cut all my knives out. I have a tapper there if I need to tap anything. This is for large taps. And I have my tumbler there if I'm doing any tumbled finishes. And there's extra media back there. I use ceramic. They're triangle shaped media. And I acid wash them first if I'm doing a tumbled finish. Move on down here to my high-tech buffing system. This is just standard. It's not variable speed. It has a high and a low. I don't like a high 3600 RPM buffer. I think they're too dangerous. I think they heat stuff up too quick. So I try to stay at 18 or 1750 if I can. So this buffer has 2 speeds on it. It doesn't ever go in high speed. I had another one I built. I bought the motor off of eBay for I think $25, and I've had it for about 15 years. And this Shop Fox thing here I bought, I think off of Grizzly. It's my homemade buffer. And I had this leasing motor up here, so I bought me an arbor, and I bought me they're Sissel wheels. They put a real good blended finish on bevels. And they actually throw sparks and they blend the finish real well. Alright, going on down here, if I'm tapping screws, I have this drill press just set up for a Tapmatic. This is all I do with this machine. I got this off eBay for $35 and I've had it 10, 12 years and it's paid for itself. I know what they cost new, and I've had this one and it's worked perfect. And then over here, let me step back here. Over here is where I do all my drilling. And the blue cover thing is my Rockwell hardness tester. I have a bit set up for each drill press, so I don't have to spend time changing bits. And I have a disc grinder right here. When I'm drilling, sometimes when you pop through the back, you'll get a burr. And I go over and just hit it on that disc grinder to take that burr off. If you don't take that burr off, you're not going to get a good fit and finish on your knife. You're going to have a gap in there. So I go from the smallest to the largest to the countersink to deburr things, and it works. And I go off to the left. This is my dozer grinder, and this is built by Bob Dozer out of Arkansas. Anybody who knows knives knows Bob Dozer. He's been around forever and a day. Fantastic guy, fantastic knife maker. And on this I have a surface grinding unit from 84 Engineering. They're out of Australia actually. There's another gentleman here in the US I think makes something very similar. But this gentleman here in Australia had a really good price on these, and he custom made it to fit my grinder. I did some drawings on back and forth on emails, and we got it set up, and he built it for me. And I do all my flats with this so I can get a real good finish. I actually go to a cork belt, is what you see hanging right here. I take the finish to a cork belt with compound on it. Makes a really good finish. I also run this with, take that off, and I run a 14-inch wood contact wheel on there, and also a platen. And also I have a small wheel attachment there too. Going over here, this is where my grinders are. This one right here is a Coot grinder. Norm Coot, he still makes these things. They've been around forever. I've had this grinder for 15 years. I actually have a treadmill motor on it. It's still going. I don't know how it's going, but it's still with all the dust. But I probably ground, I don't know, 200-300 knives on that grinder right there. That's what I taught myself to grind on right there. And I use this thing every single time I make a knife. I use this a lot for handles. Bring it up and I drop it down, and I give angles on my handles for the front of my handles. And I also do a lot of burring, and it's just this. That's just a lot of work. And this right here is an Oregon-made grinder. I kind of modified it. The shock spring that came on this, it was not strong, and it wasn't tracking right, so I put a larger arm on it. So I run a 75-pound air shock on that now. But I also built this thing. It's a D&D rest, and I modified it, and I flipped it over, and I made it so I can use it horizontal. I just keep things flush against it. I can go down. I can use an 8-inch wheel. A lot of my knives have a lot of curves in them, and I can really get in those slow curves to get in there and profile real. You get a small wheel, you get these little divots if you don't keep moving with them. But it's got a 1.5-horse motor on it, variable speed. All my grinders are variable speeds. It's a really helping hand when it comes to finer grit belts, because they heat up so fast if you're running them fast. And you can slow these down, you have so much control. There's the one for the Coot. That's just a standard 110. That is a 220. And that right there is a 220 also. That's a 2 horsepower on that one. And I move over here to my left. This is my horizontal grinder. This is a machine that I use every single time. I don't think I can make a knife without it. This is where you get a good fit and finish. Everything is 90 degrees. Everything's square. Work your handle materials down. I have this right now. I have I think a 3-inch wheel in there. And if you see here, I have several different wheels there, from 1 inch all the way down to, I think it's a 3/16 or a 1/4 inch wheel right there. But this is all set up on a variable speed. So I've had this for a long time too. They originally come with a 2x48, but I got them to make me an extension for it so I can run the 2x72 belts. So I wouldn't have to have 2x48s and 2x72s in the shop. I can just run just a standard 2x72s. And over here is my main bench where I finish stuff up, glue up. And there's my toolbox. Of course, Monster keeps me going. But I have various odds and ends, and here's a little block I made that I'm constantly using. My scriber and my center punch, which I sharpened because they're too dull, and just odds and ends that I use all the time for scribing knives. There's a pattern right there that I'm getting ready to do a run of, and this one here, that's a functional knife. You come to the left, and I have a little anvil here. This is where I center punch a lot of my knives, and Allen wrenches, and this is odds and ends over here, and this is where I keep my my working on, ready to go, ready to grind, and ready to finish up. So as you can see, I got some knives in there ready to finish. I'll take you up here. This is my pattern board, where it's ever growing, and as you can see right there, I'm constantly drawing and designing knives. And these are cut out, ready to heat treat. These right here are, I don't even know how many's in there, 7 right there. Need to stamp my name in. These men need my name stamped in them, and they'll be ready to heat treat. I like doing batches about 5-6 a piece. So, and also I want to show you something here that I did with my anvil. Not with my anvil, with my I put this here because I'm constantly, this takes up so much bench space. You're always running into it and wrapping your ribs off it. So I put my vise on a buffing stand, so when I'm not using it, I can just move it out of the road and get it out of the road. Most of the time I keep it in the center because I'm always going back through it doing odds and ends. So I leave it on there when I'm not using it, just put it underneath one of the benches, and it's, like I said, it's out of the road. So, you know, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, it's takes a long time to get everything acquired, and these things that don't happen overnight, and knife making didn't happen in a week. It's an ongoing process, you know, so I thought I'd give you a look at my shop. Like I said, it's not big, but it's what you put into it is where it counts. So I got the tools to do it, so that's what counts. So hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, thanks.